Hello, Morongo Basin, and listeners around the world online at Z107.7 FM.com. Here is the Z107.7 Local News for Monday, July 8th, 2024. A Marine is alleged to have led law enforcement on a 12-mile high-speed motorcycle chase through 29 Palms last week. The Sheriff's Department reports that at around 10:30 p.m. on Wednesday, July 3rd, a deputy saw a motorcycle with improperly displayed out-of-state license plates and attempted to conduct a traffic stop near the intersection of 29 Palms Highway near Mesquite Road. The rider of the motorcycle was identified as Joshua Zelaya, 21, from Texas, but currently stationed at the Marine Corps Air Ground Combat Center in 29 Palms. According to the deputy, Zelaya initially attempted to yield before looking back at the sheriff's car and speeding away with another motorcycle. The deputy reports pursuing the two motorcycles westbound along 29 Palms Highway, saying that the riders hit speeds of over 100 miles per hour and blew through multiple stoplights and stop signs. Zelaya was apprehended when the deputy says he attempted to turn around near Lear Avenue. The deputy says a struggle ensued, during which Zelaya was detained. The second motorcycle was not stopped. The deputy learned Zelaya was an enlisted Marine and contacted the base provost marshal's office. Joshua Zelaya was arrested for felony evasion with disregard for public safety. He was booked into the Morongo Basin jail and has since been released on bail. The Western Joshua Tree Conservation Act was enacted with the aim of protecting the culturally and ecologically important tree while supporting the state's renewable energy and housing development priorities. Part of this effort is preparation of a conservation plan for the iconic tree. Public input is being sought as one component of the plan. Reporter Mike Lipsitz has more on how you can submit your input.
When the California Department of Fish and Wildlife holds its virtual meeting on Thursday, July 11th from 2 to 4 p.m., they'll have an update on the Western Joshua Tree Conservation Plan strategies introduced at the April outreach meeting, and they will gather feedback from the public. Public feedback is not only required by the conservation plan, it is considered a critical component. Your input and inquiries are welcome anytime before this meeting and may be submitted via email to wjt@wildlife.ca.gov. To participate remotely during the meeting, you must pre-register by following a link in this story at Z107.7 FM.com. Reporting for Z107.7 News, this is Mike Lipsitz.
Including Thursday, July 4th, there were 26 individual reports of illegal fireworks across the Morongo Basin over the holiday weekend. There were 3 major fires over the weekend, with the largest believed to have been started by illegal fireworks. A 1-acre brush fire on the night of July 4th led to home evacuations in Yucca Valley, though ultimately no one was injured and no structures caught fire. At approximately 10:30 p.m., county sheriff's deputies and crew from San Bernardino County Fire responded to reports of a fire in an open desert area northwest of Freegold Drive and Eldorado Drive. The sheriff's department reports that, owing to wind conditions, several houses in the area were evacuated in anticipation of the fire spreading into the nearby neighborhood. Several roads were blocked off in the area while fire crews from County Fire and the Bureau of Land Management worked to control the fire, which was extinguished by 1 a.m. The fire burned approximately 1 acre of land and did not spread to any structures. No injuries have been reported. County Fire Battalion Chief Jeff Allen thanked the homeowners for creating defensible space around their homes by removing dry weeds and grass. The Sheriff's Department suspects that the fire was started by illegal fireworks, as several witnesses reported hearing a large boom prior to seeing flames. No arrests have yet been made. Early in the morning of July 5th at around 2:25 a.m., county fire crews responded to a structure fire in Wonder Valley. They arrived at the fire near 29 Palms Highway and Danby Road to find an unoccupied structure fully involved in the fire. County fire crews were joined by 2 engines from the Marine Corps Air Ground Combat Center. Power lines had fallen, making it more difficult for crews to work, but they were able to knock the fire down in 20 minutes without injury and keep it to the property. The cause of the fire is under investigation, but officials with County Fire said that they did not believe it was related to fireworks. A house fire in the Western Hills neighborhood of Yucca Valley was extremely visible on the afternoon of July 5th, but no injuries were reported. At around 5:50 p.m. On the 57,000 block of Castro Road in Yucca Valley, reports came in about a 3-story house with visible flames coming through the roof. County fire engines arrived to find a heavy fire at the unoccupied home. County fire crews were joined by engines from CAL FIRE San Bernardino and CAL FIRE Riverside, who faced challenges from the high temperatures and steep driveway. The fire was extinguished by 7 p.m. without any injuries. The cause of the fire is currently under investigation. Attendees at today's 5 p.m. meeting of the Landers Homestead Valley Association are expected to hear the answer to a $10 million question. Reporter Mike Lipsitz explains.
Tonight's guest speaker is Bighorn Desert View Water Agency's General Manager, Marina West. She's expected to reveal plans for new water projects for which Bighorn has been awarded more than $10 million in state grant funds. The grants are big news for the Little Water Agency that serves Landers and Flamingo Heights. Also at tonight's hour-long meeting, there'll be updates from the Office of County Supervisor Don Rao and details on Landers Labor Day Fireworks Spectacular, the next giant rock cleanup, and more. Everyone is welcome to attend today's 5 o'clock meeting, which takes place at Belfield Hall on Ritchie Road, 2 blocks east of Landers Post Office. Reporting for Z107.7 News, this is Mike Lipsitz.
The first of several planned community resource days at the Joshua Tree Community Center kick off this Wednesday. The program hopes to provide a one-stop hub for residents seeking assistance with healthcare, legal aid, and social services. At this week's event, you can apply for assistance with your utility bills via HEAP, get tax assistance, connect with San Bernardino County's child support and transitional assistance programs. Also on site will be Valley Star Behavioral Health, Morongo Basin Healthcare District, Morongo Unified School District, and more organizations. The event is this Wednesday and runs from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. at the Joshua Tree Community Center, located at 6171 Sunburst Avenue in Joshua Tree. And keep an eye out for this event to return to the Joshua Tree Community Center every second Wednesday of the month for the rest of the year. And finally, Californians will now have an easier time getting their electronics fixed quickly at local repair shops. Here is Adeline J. Wells with more on this new legislation that took effect at the beginning of the month.
As part of a new wave of laws that went into effect on July 1st, electronic and appliance manufacturers must provide service tools, parts, and instructions on how to repair their products for consumers and independent shops. Senate Bill 244, the Right to Repair Act, aims to create a fair marketplace for third-party vendors to benefit consumers. Similar bills have been passed in New York, Minnesota, Oregon, and Colorado. Authored by Senator Susan Eggman of Stockton, the Right to Repair Act pertains to electronics such as cell phones, desktop and laptop computers, and other home appliances. There are restrictions on appliances such as alarm systems, video games, and electronics specific to particular industries. This law not only helps consumers and small businesses, but increasing accessibility to third-party repairs works to reduce electronic waste, benefiting the environment as well. Over 50 environmental organizations have publicly supported the act, including Californians Against Waste, Clean Water Action, and the Mojave Desert and Mountain Recycling Authority. As it is a statewide bill, the Right to Repair Act will also affect the Morongo Basin. Eric Mariscal of MJM Network Computer and Phone Repair in 29 Palms said Apple has notably made it difficult for third-party vendors to make same-day repairs. These shops must use an Apple-specific program to request maintenance parts, requiring customers to decide between local repairs or driving to an Apple store. With the new law, customers will now have more options to receive fast, effective service. The Right to Repair Act pertains to products first sold, manufactured, or used in California from July 1, 2024 onwards. Regardless of warranties, it covers products valued between $50 and $99.99 for 3 years and products of $100 or more for 7. However, manufacturers are not required to divulge anti-theft disabling locks, trade secrets, source codes, or licensed intellectual property. Reporting for Z107.7, this is Adeline J. Wells.
That's our local news. Hear local news 7 times a day, 7 days a week at 7, 8, 9, noon, 4, 5, and 6. If you hear about news happening, let us know. Email us at tips@z1077fm.com. Reporting for the Morongo Basin News Leader, the award-winning Z107.7 Local News, I'm Jeff Harmatz.